The postal clerk looked at my mail and said, "When are you people going to forget about the Holocaust? It happened so long ago." And I thought long and hard about that question because the Holocaust was one of the most vicious and heinous crimes in the history of mankind.
As a result of World War II, between 50 and 60 million people were killed. 6 million of them were Jewish. To shed light on the challenging themes in The Book Thief, Robbins Library held an afternoon with Janet Singer Applefield. She shared her heart-wrenching story of being a child during the Holocaust and her experiences of losing family and home. We spoke with attendees of the event and found that the stories of the Holocaust have profoundly affected individuals and should be remembered to know the consequences of discrimination and hatred.
And growing up, I was in a children's chorus that sang a song cycle based on poems written by children in a concentration camp in Poland, and that changed me.
One of the nightmares of my childhood was learning about the Holocaust from my mother. I was probably around 5 or something like that. She told me what was happening to the Jews in Europe. Our family isn't Jewish. And I remember her saying, "Why? Why?" And I have never been able to answer that question.
September 1st, 1939 was the beginning of World War II. Everybody was packing up their belongings and running away. I was 4 years old at the time, but I do remember seeing an airplane shot down, it burned, and it crashed. I also remember when there were planes overhead shooting at us, strafing the crowd. We had to jump off the wagon and we had to hide in a ditch and wait till the shooting stopped.
Janet shared stories of the Gestapo entering her home and taking valuables, public hangings, and anti-Semitism in Poland. She also recalled her family's attempts to flee and her survival through her parents' persistence in finding someone to take and hide her.
And we went to another town where my mother had some relatives living. But when we arrived in that town, it was a very similar situation because the Nazis were so well organized. And it became clear that it was impossible to escape.
Janet also retold her father's accounts of living in the concentration camps and her reasoning for needing to share her powerful stories.
So my father's job was to dig up the graves, put them in a big pile, and burn the bodies. He said he couldn't get the smell out of his nostrils for years. He could smell the burning bones and flesh. When that job was completed, the Nazis burned the camp to the ground. Today there's just a monument that stands in that place. I thought so much about my story, and one of the important reasons that I speak is because I feel like I'm the voice for my family who perished, who were brutally murdered, and for the others.
Knowing that she survived in such a remarkable way is just, I can't find the words. It's just very, very moving and remarkable, and it says something deep and important about the human spirit.